So I got laid off from Amazon a couple days ago, and I wasn't planning on talking about it because, to be honest, it just feels kind of fucking embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. And I know I shouldn't think about it that way because in my case, it wasn't performance related, at least what was told to me directly. But like, it just feels, yeah, I don't know. It just feels kind of sucky. But I also know I did the best that I could, and something that I was very adamant about while I was there was constantly asking my manager for feedback. And so I would always be like, this is what I've been doing so far. What do you think? Am I on the right path? And just always kind of gauging if I was doing well. And I always got good feedback. Yeah, you're doing good. So I'm trying to not take it so personally as if it's me and I wasn't performing well. But then again, I don't know how these things work. I don't know what's going on in the background, but to my face, I always got good feedback. But so even knowing that it was bigger than just me, I still feel kind of embarrassed. And I'm trying to change that because, that's not good for self-esteem purposes.
It's always the people with the good spirit, the sweet perspective towards life that's going to bounce back the quickest because they got the right attitude, they got the right disposition. As far as taking it personal, it's hard not to take being let go, laid off, fired, however you want to frame it, personal because you're personally affected. So a lot of times, especially for younger people, they're trying to figure out what they could have did differently. Why was I let go? All of that stuff. As you get older and as you get more mature and you experience life, especially in corporate America, you realize not to take anything personal. I mean, so much so to where even if you wasn't the greatest, employee or all of that stuff, and you was on the verge of losing everything, let's say you was on a pip and you got let go at the same time that this woman got let go, you got a fresh slate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna have to start not wearing your emotions on your sleeve, especially if it's the first time that you ever got let go. And then at the same time, you're going to have to be so not taking it personal, so thick skinned, so opportunistic to where you see this as a new lease on life, a new opportunity, and you looking to make some moves and capitalize off of it instead of suffer behind the scenes. And this woman, again, she has the right disposition, she has the right mentality, she going about it the right way, and I think that she's going to be just fine. These type of people are gems, and it's unfortunate a lot of times that they get lost in the shuffle sometimes, but usually they are an opportunity for somebody else or another company or something like that to pick up, and usually they don't stay unemployed long. They focus. You can tell by the way that she communicates. She's not looking at it as bitter. Even using this on social media, a lot of times, what I like to do, and I tell y'all this all the time, what I like to do is if somebody is applying to something or somebody trying to get a job, the first thing that I do is I go on search their social media, and it's so many people with negative dispositions and they say negative things about the employee or the employer, or they're bitter and all of that. And they very well may be right. It may be true, but you stay in frame. You stay in frame 100% of the time. You never lose frame. You never start going off, especially if this is the industry that you're trying to continue in. You never lose frame. You never jump off the bridge, and you stay focused 100% of the time. You stay focused on what's in front of you and not be focused on the thing that's happening behind you. If you're going to tell a story about whether or not you got laid off or this or that, then the story needs to be based in the idea of how you can progress and what you learn from it. And you just got to look at social media in the same way that you look at interviews. If you went into an interview, you wouldn't be downplaying and down talking and saying negative things about your past employer. Why? Because it can reflect negatively on you. And so you have to approach social media as though it's going to live forever. Even today, I think about some of my future goals that I may or may not participate in. And I think to myself, man, I have to shape the narrative today for what I plan on getting into possibly in the next 4 years. Or I wonder what happened if what I did 3 years ago was going to come back to bite me when I go for this particular thing, or I'm looking to make this particular play. 4 years from now, it'll be 7 years, but is that going to make a difference? And do I have to be very, very intentional on how I approach this today, because I know that that's going to come up in the future. Everything, everything today lives forever. Ever. This is not like your parents. This is not like the people that came before you. They were able to get away with murder almost literally. Now, that's not the case. That's not how we do things. And so you got to have this type of disposition. It's actually a refresh, from all of the different videos that y'all sent me. I'm surprised that y'all actually sent me this one to check out.
But yeah, I'm still processing it, to be honest. I think the day it happened, I was very like, what the hell just happened? And I was very much in denial, and I didn't think it mattered. And then as the day went on, I started to feel the different emotions. So I started off just in complete denial. And then I started to feel sad, like, why did this happen to me? What did I do? I was working really hard and just getting good feedback. And then it turned into anger and just being upset with the whole concept of just corporate. And yeah, just, I have so much to say about that, but just really angry about just everything. And yeah, and just how it happened. And then finally at the end of the night, I think I got all my emotions out, and I was very just numb and fine. And the next few days I've just kind of been like pretty neutral, but I also don't think everything has settled in, because I am so scared to be in this job market right now. It just so I think eventually, once I start looking for new stuff, it's probably going to hit me more, but I'm doing okay.
What is she waiting on? Why is she not going for something else?
I'm very like, I need to make sure I wake up on time and I get out of the house. I've been dressing up every day. I mean, I'm not really dressed up, but I'll do my hair and makeup. And then I've been going to this coffee shop close by to my place, and I get my $10 latte every day. But I'm doing things to kind of just keep my mind busy. But yeah, I mean, we'll see the vibes. It's only been a week and some change. So
I wonder if they actually gave a lot of them a severance package, or if they just let them go and that's the end of the conversation. I'm curious, because still getting $10 lattes right after you got laid off is crazy. So I don't know. Either it's a man participating in the background, probably, or she got some money saved up and she got this dope severance package, and she's going from there. But either way, don't wait. Get back in the mix and make finding a job your new job, but then learn how to pivot and never be interdependent on just that one thing. If that's your thing, never be interdependent on just that one thing for you guys to survive. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tab into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.